Yo my people, and welcome to my very first YouTube video on the channel. For those who don't know, my name is Sanaldin and I'll be uploading Chelsea content as well as football content week in week out. I would highly appreciate it if you guys can leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and not only that, follow my socials. Now, let's get straight into the video. How good were Chelsea this season? Title contenders? That's what they all said. Until mid-December, where we started dropping points after points after points. The team were playing fantastically, but there was just a few things in my opinion that just let us down. And in this video, I'll be talking about 3 points where Chelsea need to fix if they want to be title contenders this season. Let's start off with Enzo Maresca. He's been incredible since he's come in this season. However, there's just a few things that I've not been happy with since he's joined. At the beginning of the season, he was making the right substitutions, the right personnel were coming onto the pitch when we needed them, and I feel like that was one of the main reasons why we were winning games after games after games. And even if we weren't winning, we weren't losing. The only 2 teams we really lost to were Manchester City and Liverpool. And then ever since the 22nd of December, we dropped points to Everton, we dropped points to Ipswich, we dropped points to Fulham, we dropped points to Crystal Palace, and we've also just dropped points to Bournemouth. Chelsea have played in the Conference League, in the FA Cup, in the Carabao Cup, as well as the Premier League. But the Premier League, they really played their A team, whereas the other cups, they played their B team. But the issue that I'm having is that why aren't the players resting? You've got Caicedo that plays every week, Enzo Fernandez that plays every week. Those players that make our midfield, and even Romeo Lavia. I mean, this guy keeps getting injured, and I believe he just got injured again. I know it's crazy to say after Chelsea spending so much money on players, but I genuinely think Chelsea do not have the personnel to win the Premier League. Let me tell you exactly what I mean. We had Lavia in the midfield. We've had Enzo Fernandez in the midfield. And we got Caicedo right back. Caicedo should not be playing right back. He should be in the midfield. He should be in the heart of the midfield. And to be honest, it's either Lavia playing or it's Enzo Fernandez playing. The thing is with Romeo Lavia, he keeps getting injured. He's unreliable. Now, let's look at the bench. We had Tosin, we had Neto, we had Felix, we had James, we had Jorgensen, we had Nkunku, we had Gusto, we had Viega, and we had Margui. Now, apart from Viega, we have no midfielders. And let's be honest, he's not a midfielder. He's a left back. But he can play in the midfield. But we don't need that. We need legs. We need legs in that midfield. Now my issue is the midfielders that should be playing, that should be on the bench at the very least, coming on for a tired Caicedo, coming on for a tired Enzo Fernandez, and even a tired Cole Palmer. Let's give this guy a bit of a break. But we can't, we need him. But there's 2 players that we have on loan. Andre Santos and Leslie Ugochukwu. I mean, let's look at Andre Santos. He's playing for our sister club at the moment, Strasbourg. And look at the stats that he's pulling up. And yes, I know it's League 1, but still, the stats are there. 14 games, 6 goals, 88% pass accuracy, 6.4 balls recovered per game, 4 big chances created this season, 0.9 key passes and 3.9 tackles per game. Santos captains Strasbourg more often than not, leading by example. That's what we need. Real men. He is undoubtedly the best player in that squad. So why not recall him? He's on loan. He's part of our team. He's a great box-to-box midfielder. He's a deep-line playmaker. He's disciplined. He's got physicality. I mean, do I need to say more? He could help the midfield. Be the backup for Caicedo. Be the backup for Enzo Fernandez. I mean, come on, Maresca. Give this guy a chance. Bring him back. Bring him back. And let's talk about Leslie Ugochukwu. I mean, it is unfortunate that he's playing for the worst team in the Premier League, Southampton. I mean, let's be honest, they're arguably one of the worst teams that's ever played in the Premier League this season. But that Man United game yesterday, absolutely unbelievable. He bossed that midfield. And considering that Ugarte had an unbelievable game against Arsenal, against Liverpool, I mean, Ugochukwu put him to shame. Again, Southampton were very unfortunate not to win that game because they played absolutely out of this world. For a team that's accumulated 6 points this season, I mean, that performance against Manchester United, yes, they're not in the best of form, but it's still Manchester United at home. Let's look at a couple of the stats from Leslie. 83 minutes played, 41 passes, 90% pass accuracy, 3 tackles, 3 blocked shots, 3 clearances, 4 out of 5 aerial duels won, 5 out of 6 ground duels won. Those are the type of players we need. Like I said, real men. We lack physical presence. We lack aerial presence. We need to be better on set pieces. We need to be better when it comes to physicality. And we need to give Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez a break. They are 2 incredible players with such high prospects. Why not record them on loan? Let's take a gamble. They are our players after all. Why not? They are 2 quality midfielders. Now my second point. Now you guys need to buckle in, because I'm going to be talking about our number 9, Nicholas Jackson. Let's talk about Nicholas Jackson. Now, 20 games this season, 9 goals, 4 assists. It's not too bad. On paper it looks good, but if you watch him week in, week out, we have a huge problem up front. These 5 games we've just played, we've had Bournemouth, Crystal Palace, Ipswich, Fulham, Everton, where we've had 3 draws and 2 losses. How many chances did Nicholas Jackson miss? Just in those 5 games alone, how many chances did Nicholas Jackson miss? I mean, I need more than 2 hands to count the amount of chances he missed. Not just chances, sitters. Absolute sitters. If he had finished his dinner, him and Cole Palmer would be the best duo in the world. The amount of GA they both would have had. Let's talk about that Bournemouth game. I mean, let's be honest. I'm not going to give him too much stick. But how many sitters are you going to miss? Every time there's at least 1 sitter he misses per game. And it's goals that he should be scoring. At the beginning of the season, he was taking those chances. He was scoring and people were taking him seriously. And now look, because of the opportunities that he's constantly missed, the whole fan base is against him. Now, I'm not going to be one of those rash Chelsea fans where they're jumping the gun, get him out, get rid of him, he's this, he's that. Nah, there is good qualities to his game. But if Chelsea want to be title contenders, if we want to win the league, Nicholas Jackson is not that guy. His hold-up play has improved, his dribbling has improved, but his finishing, we need to see you finish those chances. Now, let's talk about a striker who knows how to finish his dinner. Victor Gyökeres. Victor Gyökeres, 17 games this season, 21 goals and 2 assists. 21 goals in 17 games. I mean, if you want to talk about prolific finisher, there you have it. He's fantastic at receiving the ball. He's great at linking up with teammates. He can burst through defences, absolutely tear defences apart, which we've seen multiple times this season, not only in the Portuguese league, but in the Champions League as well. And let's make this known, he's a great striker. He's a great finisher. And that's what Chelsea need, a great finisher. He's a clinical striker. He's got great movement. He's physical, which we're lacking in this team. We need physicality. And not only that, in the air. He is great in the air. And that's what Chelsea needs. We need to be scoring more set pieces. I don't want to talk about that set piece FC, let's be honest. That team there, Stoke City, that's a whole different conversation. But we still need to take our chances in set pieces. We are one of the worst performing teams when it comes to set pieces. But this guy, under pressure, what pressure? Pressure makes diamonds. And that is Victor Gyökeres. And that's why Chelsea should sign him either in January or in the summer. They should sign him before anyone takes him. Because there's a lack of number 9s at the moment. And Victor Gyökeres is a great number 9. But I've only got one issue. He plays in the Portuguese league. And we've heard the story time and time again. How many strikers from the Portuguese league comes out and has an absolute stinker in the Premier League? Darwin Núñez. Yeah, so it's a risk. About 60 million. It's a risk, that's for sure. But we've got to take those risks. If we don't take those risks, we won't win the Premier League. Now, my final point. The grand finale. and there is no way I'm going past this. 2 words. Robert Sanchez. Robert Sanchez. The weakest link at Chelsea Football Club. Genuinely. We've signed so many players and we couldn't even sign a good goalkeeper. He is rubbish with the ball on his feet. He makes so many mistakes. Yes, he has that moment where he makes some great saves. Sanchez is not good enough. He will never be good enough. Let's be honest. He doesn't have the facilities to be good enough. Let's be honest. Sanchez is not good enough. He will never be good enough. He don't have the facilities for that big man. He don't. He will never be good enough. How many times has he made an error from a stupid pass? He constantly makes mistakes in games where we're so comfortable. In the first half where we dominate teams. When it comes to the second half, it's like, oh, let me make my mark. Let me be the talking point of the game. And he goes and plays a disgusting pass straight to the attack. Let's go back to that Chelsea-Bournemouth game. Semenyo's goal. What a player. What a season he's having. But Sanchez, you got to do so much better. Josh Achampong did so well to cover that back post for Robert Sanchez. So all you had to do was cover your near post. That's all you had to do. As simple as that. He dived left. If you see the replay, he dived left. Why are you diving left? Are you a muppet? Are you an idiot? Are you a fool? Genuinely, I'm sick of this goalkeeper. I'm tired. I want to grab my head and just smash it against the wall the amount of times I've seen him make mistakes after mistakes after mistakes. I can't believe I'm saying this, and this is a hot take. Chelsea's number 1 goalkeeper isn't better than most teams' number 2 goalkeepers. Speaking of number 2 goalkeepers, there's one that could replace Robert Sanchez. One person that could cover all our mistakes, bandage them up. And that goalkeeper is Kelleher. What a goalkeeper. How many times has he haunted Chelsea over the past few years? Whether it's unbelievable saves, whether it's penalty saves, keeping them in the shootout, and not only that, winning them. He has the most penalty shootout wins as a Liverpool goalkeeper. 4 penalty shootout wins. You know how crazy that is? How good would it be to have him at my club? When Alisson was injured, how many times has he saved Liverpool? Kept them in the game, saved them countless times. Not only is he a great shot stopper, but he's an unbelievable ball-playing goalkeeper. Levels above Robert Sanchez. Levels above him. Kelleher has been linked to a few clubs in January. But if we don't sign him in January, we have to sign him in the summer. I need to see him in a Chelsea shirt. I don't want to see Robert Sanchez no more. I've shouted for Jorgensen, and yes, don't get me wrong, Jorgensen isn't the best either. He has his faults, but he's been way better than Robert Sanchez. He's been clear of day in comparison to Robert Sanchez. I don't even want to see Robert Sanchez at my club. That's how tired I am of him. And I don't care if I'm hating on him. I genuinely don't care. I've seen too many mistakes from him, and I've had enough. Get Kelleher at my club. Well, that's the end of the video, guys. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below what you think Chelsea should do in order to be title contenders. Also, don't forget to follow all my socials down below. And hopefully see you next time, guys. Take care, and peace. And don't forget to follow me on all the socials down below. And that's it for today, guys. Take care and peace.